No need for preachers. Chinese leader Xi Jinping tells UN Human Rights Chief. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Michel Bachelet in Geneva, Switzerland in November 3, 2021. CNN, Chinese President Xi Jinping defended his country's human rights record on Wednesday, telling a visiting UN official there is no need for preachers to boss around the other countries. Xi's remarks, made in video call with the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Michel Bachelet, are likely to add to the controversy surrounding a trip that critics say risks becoming a propaganda tool for Beijing. Bachelet, who arrived in China on Monday for a 6-day tour, is expected to visit a far western region of Xinjiang, where the Chinese government faces accusations of mass internment, forced assimilation, forced labor, and forced sterilization against Uyghur and other mostly Muslim minorities. Beijing has repeatedly denied the allegations. But the trip, the first by the UN Human Rights Chief to China since 2005, has been dogged by questions about Bachelet's access and the freedom to speak with the locals unsupervised, raising fears it risks the credibility of her office. On Wednesday, she told Bachelet China's human rights development suits its own national conditions. On the issue of human rights, no country is perfect. There is no need for preachers to boss around other countries. Still less should they politicize the issue, practice double standards, or use it as the excuse to interfere in other countries' internal affairs. She was quoted as saying by Chinese state broadcaster CCTV. Bachelet said she committed to the visit because it's a priority to engage with the government of China directly on human rights issues, according to a statement provided to CNN by the OHCHR. For development, peace, and security to be sustainable locally and across the borders, human rights have to be at their core, Bachelet said. China has a crucial role to play within multilateral institutions in confronting many of the challenges currently facing the world, including threats to international peace and security, instability in the global economic system, inequality, climate change, and more. Neither the CCTV read out of the meeting nor Bachelet's statement mentioned Xinjiang. Bachelet is expected to visit the cities of Kashgar and Urumqi in Xinjiang, according to the China's foreign ministry. The ministry said her trip will be conducted in the closed loop, meaning her delegation will be isolated inside the bubble to contain the potential spread of COVID-19, and no international journalists will be allowed to travel with her. We have no expectation that China will grant the necessary access required to conduct the conflict. Unmanipulated assessment of the human rights environment in Xinjiang, UN State Department spokesman Ned Price told reporters Tuesday. We think it was a mistake to agree to the visit under the circumstances, Price said, adding that Bachelet would not be able to obtain a full picture of the atrocities, the crimes against humanity, and genocide in the region. In a statement Monday, Amnesty International said Bachelet must address the crimes against humanity and gross human rights violations during her trip. Michelle Bachelet's long delayed visit to Xinjiang is a critical opportunity to address the human rights violations in the region, but it will also be a running battle against the Chinese government effort to cover up the truth. The organization's Secretary General Agnes Kalamard said, the UN must take the step to mitigate against this and resist being used to support blatant propaganda. This story has been updated with a statement from Michel Basseret. Additional reporting by Reuters.